Yo, so Honkai Star Rail does not know when to let off the gas pedal. We just got another big news drop from these guys. We haven't seen a new 4-star character in quite some time, and we now have the official reveal of the new path for March 7th. We earlier today saw at I think it was the Summer Games Expo, we ended up seeing a trailer that revealed that March 7th or March 8th, if you will, new design and new outfit, new hair, and she's gonna have, these dual, you can't see in her right hand right here, she actually has two swords right here. There's a sword in her left hand and a sword in her right hand, and she's actually going to be the new sword master that was revealed in the special programming just the other night. She was one of the silhouetted characters that was actually in the special programming. Many people could tell it was pretty obvious, but having this actually confirmed for us, having that trailer drop earlier today, and then also seeing this is a fantastically nice surprise because, again, we haven't seen a new 4-star in a long time, and we haven't had any of the characters walk a new path since, well, I guess we had the Trailblazer do it, and we had Dan Hungaritter do it a while back, and so it seems like we have a little bit of a trend here where potentially the main cast of the Astral Express might be able to kind of, I guess you could say, trailblaze, like the main character is able to trailblaze, and the trailblaze is all about kind of like adapting these different paths together. That's kind of what Akavili did. So let's go ahead and take a look at this here. Let's go ahead and read the bio here. Now, obviously, the bio is probably going to be somewhat limited because we already have March 7th in the game, but it's still cool to go over this stuff. Interposed Star Rail Navigator, March 7th. I find that interesting because normally it says something else. Let's just go ahead and see what it says because we had another character reveal not long ago. Come on, it wasn't that long ago. Jesus Christ, they post so much. Here we go. Interastral Satellite Communication Jiakao. I said that name wrong. I don't know how to say his name right, so forgive me for that. All right, so let's take a look at this here. Interposed Star Rail Navigator, March 7th. Pardon my manners. March 7th in the... Well, she says that a lot in the game, right? I believe that's one of her lines that she sometimes says. Anyway, I'm moving forward. March 7th in the Xianzhou-styled outfit, a sword-wielding female martial artist. Learning swordsmanship from both Yun Li and Yan King. Young King is what I like to call him because, let's be honest, he's our young king who likes to get beat up by literally every single character in the entire game. So stay tuned for when Yun Li and March 7th beat the living daylights out of Mr. Yang Xing here. Anyways, she is eager to create more beautiful memories on the Xianzhou. So it seems like we're probably going back to the Lo Fu, and that's how we're going to see a lot of these other characters from other other Xianzhou ships. That's probably how we're going to see them, is by returning to the Lo Fu. But we don't know. To be honest, we could end up seeing a new location in the game. Anyways, Pom-Pom's tips. Participate in the event to unlock March 7th new path. Stay tuned. So there's probably going to be a mission, like a quest in the new patch, which will give us March 7th's new design, which will give us her new path. Obviously, Skylar Davenport is the March 7th voice actor, and I wanted to just go over, she is going to be on the path of the hunt, and interestingly, she's going to be imaginary. So she's going to have a new path, and she's also going to have a new damage type as well, which is interesting because Dan Hung in Bibitur Lune was also changing to imaginary as well from his original damage type, which was wind, and she used to be ice, and now she's going to be imaginary too. It could just be a coincidence, but there could potentially be something to that. I'm not too sure. Unfortunately for some players that probably wanted to see a 5-star version of March 7th where she's really tuned up like Dan Hung in Bibitur Lune was, she's going to be a 4-star character, so she's not going to probably see some massive power spike like we saw with Dan Hung in Bibitur Lune, but expect to see her utilized in combat because I don't see why they would give us this 4-star version of her if it wasn't going to be, you know what I mean, like impactful to combat in some way, shape, or form. So we'll just have to see what she does in combat. The hunt path, as of late, has been very follow-up centric. Like we've seen follow-up characters off of the hunt path a lot of the time. Now, that's not always the case. Obviously, we saw something rather interesting with Boot Hill, but we're seeing a lot of the, hunt path characters tend to be a follow-up character of some kind. But that's not necessarily always the case. Even Seela didn't have a follow-up attack, but she had Resurgence, which does give her some extra turns. So these extra actions is kind of common for a lot of these Hunt Path characters. Even Boot Hill ended up having, you know, some extra actions out of his kit as well. So I imagine we're probably going to see some extra actions in combat out of March 7th's kit, but it's a little bit tough to say for sure. And so I'm really, really excited about this. I don't know if you guys are. New hair, new outfit, new me, who dis, new swords. Let's go ahead and, you know, roast some people in the comments, because there's no way we aren't going to see some super cringeworthy Coomers. Let's go ahead and take a look at this here. Baby girl. So this was from the Summer Games Fest. You can even see, if you look closely, the Summer Games Fest icon right here. I'll link in the pinned comment and description below that trailer in case you guys are interested in taking a look at that. Sip Sip Steven here is always quick to these. So there's, man, he is so fast to these things, man. Imaginary Hunt. How am I just seeing this now? She saw Dan Hung and said, I can do that. I can do that too, babes. Yeah, dude, like, she literally saw what Dan Hung did and said, hold my beer. Literally, March 7th was like, Dan Hung and Biberter Lune? Nah, not only he can do this, I can do this too. Hold my beer. She put down the camera and the bow for a few minutes so that she can go onto her Hunt Path imaginary sword-wielding arc. And I'm down for it. I'm a sucker for swords, and I'm sure you guys are too. So let's go ahead and keep moving here. She's about to butcher people and look cute while doing it. I'm down. Listen, bro, I'm down. I'm down. I want to slice some. I want to slice up some fools with these new weapons, and I want to look cute while I do it. I'll tell you that much. What? I mean, come on, man. You guys know. You guys listen. You guys don't know what I look like, but come on, man. I'm pretty sure I'd look pretty cute with a couple of swords in my hand and a couple of bows in my hair. Come on, man. What the fuck? Anyways, wait. Can they please call themselves the Three Musketeers or something like that? Oh, that would be so sick. So she learns swordsmanship from Yun Li and Yang Xing. That would be actually so cool if they called themselves the Three Musketeers. Listen, they do a lot of pop culture references and stuff like that in the game. They even did it. They even did a Rickroll. If you guys know what a Rickroll is, they actually did that in the game. So I don't know, man. Expect to potentially see some line in the game that, you know, refers back to the Three Musketeers. Who knows? Maybe we'll see it. Maybe we won't. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. This is exactly my reaction right here. This was literally me like 10, 15 minutes ago, whatever, when I first saw this. I was ecstatic. And this dude's losing his mind over here. Can't wait to see the stab. Oh yeah. Yeah. So when the Trailblazer originally got their new path, they were stabbed through the chest. And when Dan Hung and Biberter Lune got his new path, he was also stabbed through the chest like a shish kebab. Interestingly, when we were on Penacony, the Trailblazer didn't get stabbed through the chest again. I guess they only have to get stabbed through the chest one time in order to activate their final form, in order to have their domain expansion, in order to see a new path. So March 7th is a little bit worried here because, let's be real, March 7th may have lost her memories, but she doesn't need to be very smart in order to know that getting stabbed through the chest is a rough go of it. And I do find it, but what do you guys think of this, by the way? Remember when Blade was like, no, I need to make this guy understand something? It was kind of weird how all that they had to do was stab Dan through the chest to make his new arc begin, right? Like, I think what happens is the anime trope, that's how you activate the anime trope. Just like with Goku, when he transformed into his Super Saiyan mode for the first time during the Frieza fight, he got knocked the F out, dude. He got knocked the F out, and he was like he was sinking in water before he had his Super Saiyan moment. And Dan Hung and Biberter Lune was stabbed through the chest when he ended up like having to go through his Super Saiyan moment. I don't know if you guys know this, but I call Dan Super Saiyan Dan. In fact, one of the mods in my Discord is known as Super Saiyan Dan. Anyways, I've been yapping too much about this. So if you guys like this, you like Honkai Star Rail content, but consider leaving a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.